Hello, boys. How are you today? It's me again, Mr. Francisco, one more week teaching you all you need to know about science. This week, we will start our third unit. In this unit, we will study our environment. Our environment is all around us and is full of amazing things that we can study. So, let's get into it. As always, first we have a question. What makes up our environment? So just like the previous weeks, I want you to pause the video and talk and discuss with your parents or whoever is with you about this question. What makes up our environment? What are the elements of the environment? So pause the video, discuss about this for a couple of minutes, and then come back. Okay, now that you're ready, let's see what makes up our environment. On the first place, in our environment, we have living things and non-living things. Those are the things that make up our environment. Some of them have life of their own, and some of them don't. We will go deeper into this living and non-living things classification in this class. But first, wait. Environment? Environment? What is this? The environment. So give me 5 minutes to explain to you what is the environment. You may be wondering, is it only a desert, an environment, like something far away, or a rainforest, or the jungle? The places that there are no humans intervention and only nature, are those places an environment? Is a city like Santiago an environment? Those are good questions. Well, all of the external factors surrounding, around, and affecting that affect the organism life, all those external factors that affect an organism life are part of the environment. Any place on the earth that is made up of living and non-living things is an environment. So only a desert? No. Only a rainforest? No. Only the jungle? No. The city like Santiago, is it an environment? It is. Any place with living and non-living things is an environment. So let's continue. Look at this picture here that I have to show you. I'm going to, yeah, that. So I am going to show you some living and some non-living things, okay? So on the first place, I have marked with a red circle all the living things that you can find in this image. You have the cows are living things. That person on the ladder is a living thing. The dog, the butterfly, the pigs, the sheep, the bees, okay? Some little chicks and their chickens, the duck, the flies, etc. All those are living things, okay? Animals and people, okay? Human beings and animals are living things. Also, with a black circle, sorry, I have plants. The tree with the apples, the flower, the carrots, the lettuce, right? The tree with the lemons, another tree with apples, because plants are also living things. So animals, people, human beings, and plants are part of the living things. Now, what about the non-living things? They are marked with yellow. We have the light is not a non-living thing. The light that the sun is giving us is a non-living thing. This shovel that was made by men is also a non-living thing, okay? The soil, the dirt is a non-living thing. This tractor made by humans is a non-living thing. The soil, the dirt where these carrots and lettuces and these plants are planted is a non-living thing too. Okay, so in this environment we have living animals, humans, plants, and non-living. The air, the water, the light, and the things made by humans, and also the soil. So let's go back to the question, what makes up our environment? First, our environment is made up of all the living and non-living things around us that affect our lives, okay? All the things around us, living and non-living things, make up the environment. They form the environment, okay? They make the environment. Second, the living things in our environment, as I told you in the example, include plants and also animals, okay? The non-living things in our environment include light from the sun, air that you can breathe, water that you can drink or water that is in the air, like humidity, and also soil, the dirt, the place where you plant things, okay? Let's dig a little bit into the living things, okay? So for living things, we have animals and plants. They are alive. They have a life of their own. That is why we call them living things. They have a life. They go through a process, through a cycle, right? They're born, they grow, they reproduce, and in the end, they die. Animals and plants follow this pattern: born, grow, reproduce, and die. That is why we know that they are alive, okay? They have life. Now, non-living things. Let's talk a little bit about non-living things. They can be natural or man-made. Natural, I mean, light is natural, the sun is natural, it's not made by men. Water, the same, air, the same, soil, the same, right? They are natural, they are just there in the nature. We didn't make it. But non-living things can also be man-made, all right? Like my cell phone is a non-living thing made by humans. This pen is also a non-living thing. The computer, your clothes, all those are examples of non-living things, okay? And in the environment that I showed you, the tractor, the shovel, right? Those are non-living things. As I said, the natural, light, air, water, and soil, and man-made, any other thing or object that is not a living thing and was made by men, okay? It's really simple. Like I said, the tractor, the shovel, the clothes, the ladder, etc. Okay? Now it's your turn. It was a very short lesson, but now it's your turn to work, okay? Because this is the first lesson of the new unit, and we will start going into the environment and the resources that we can find in the environment. So now it's your turn to work. Sorry, what are you going to do? First, you're going to go out to the yard in your house. If you live in an apartment and you cannot go out, you can look through the window. If you cannot see because it's a very tall apartment building, maybe you can look for a picture of a yard, okay? There, you're going to make a list, you're going to write, okay? You're going to make a list of as many things as you can find, okay? As many things that you can find. You have to touch, remember you need to touch, hear, taste, or smell, okay? Use your senses. Most things you will be able to see them, okay? But sometimes you don't see something and it's still there because you can feel it, okay? So I want you to make a list of as many things as you can find, okay? Then, when your list is done, you're going to classify the things that you found into living and non-living things, okay? You're going to separate them into two groups. You're going to classify them like this, okay? You're going to do this classification, living things, for example, dog, the grass, the flowers, etc., much more, and non-living things, the air, the rocks, the soil, etc. Okay, boys, this is now up to you. So remember, the environment is made of living and non-living things. Living things, they're alive, they have life, animals and plants, and non-living things made by men and natural, air, light, water, soil, natural, made by men, clothes, computer, cell phone, the ladder, etc. Okay, so remember that part of the lesson is a really simple work, and now it's your turn. So go to the yard, find some living and non-living things, and then classify them. Okay, remember that you don't need to send them to me because when we go back, we will check everything. Okay, boys, Have a great time doing the work. It's very easy and simple this week. So, all the best, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.